Is there a way that local organizers in Washington can facilitate communications with the U.S. Park Police so they can be assured that when they are trying to host events, that there is some direct communication that they have before the last minute arrives?
Well, I think rather than separating the communication between the Park Police and the National Park Service, viewing them as separate entities, it should be understood that we are actually a common entity. The United States Park Police falls under the purview of the National Park Service. And I think what this has brought to light is that there needs to be some standardization, yes, of how our permitting process is presented to those who are seeking permits. But additionally, it needs to be explained that, and this is to the permit individual seeking permits, each event has different constraints. Something that's going on in Anacostia Park, given its geography and some of the constraints that they may face there, are different from some of the things we face at Fort Reno. What's important for the permit seekers to understand is that we're trying to provide public safety essentially on two fronts. One, for appropriate and timely response during the event when there are a number of people present so that we can avoid any kind of serious issues arising, but also we have a responsibility in terms of enforcement. Our challenges may be somewhat different from those experienced by the gentleman in Anacostia Park, but there needs to be a dialogue between those seeking the permits and we, the issuers, to try and explore some of those challenges. And I think what was a great takeaway for me personally in speaking with Ms. MacKaye today is that we're beginning to understand some of her concerns, which led to a hesitancy on her part to just blindly pay the fee. Conversely, we need to understand that we have an obligation to try and be consistent with the expectations of her patronage. And so this is a dialogue that must exist. It can't just be mailing in or turning in your permit and being issued some bureaucratic response. It's very fluid.